All right, hey guys, so what I'm going to do is I've been getting a lot of interest about my emails and videos about STEPN. It's something that I've been doing and it's pretty cool. So just yesterday, I got 22 green Satoshi tokens, actually over 22. But what I want to do is I want to kind of break down the white paper so you can kind of understand. So if you're looking to get into it, you'll know what it is, because I've found that in a lot of crypto projects, you can read the white paper, but you're not going to get a real good sense of what this project is really about and if it's something you should be investing your time in. So I'm going to go into some things here, but right now you can see that the green Satoshi token is at 3.96, down 44%. One of the reasons for that is it's really been pumping recently because of news about it. So it's been going up and down quite significantly. So imagine this was up 44%, but let's just put in what I earned yesterday, green Satoshi tokens. So that's almost 90 US dollars. And that is pretty cool because that's 20 minutes of walking a day. Yep, that's right, 20 minutes. So 90 times 30 equals about $2,700 a month. So that's pretty cool, and it's one of the reasons I make sure not to miss my walking. Now, there are some reasons to get involved with this, and there are some risks to be aware of. So I'm going to go into that in this video. Basically, what STEPN is, it's the leading move to earn project right now. There's another one called FitFi as well. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. But the thing is, you basically walk, jog, or run outdoors and you earn in-game currency, which can be used in the game or cashed out for profit. Okay, and so they have these two tokens, the GST, the green Satoshi token, and also the GMT, and I'll just pull that up really quick as well. And right now they're running an event where they're minting that, so you see it's up 7%. Because this is required for minting, right? So, yeah, so these are the two tokens. They're both kind of in line with each other, which is a little different from some of the other projects that I've been involved with. All right, so getting started, what you do is you download the app, okay, and then you'll sign up for STEPN, and you'll create a new wallet. Now, one of the things about this that I don't think is mentioned in this white paper is you need to have an invite link. So the invite link, that's one of the reasons that it's holding tremendous amount of value. When my wife found out about how expensive these sneakers were, she was a little surprised. I was a little surprised too. But I've since invested in more of them because I had a big belief in the Solana blockchain project as a whole. And so I had a bunch of Solana sitting in my Exodus wallet, and it was just sitting there. You know, you can stake Solana, but I thought that this would be a higher return and also allow me to get into this white paper. So basically what you do is you'll create your wallet and then you transfer your Solana into your in-app wallet, okay? So that's gonna be a transaction. So you'll need to buy the Solana on some other exchange. If you're not sure or you need help doing that, please get in touch with me. Because I'd rather you do it safely, and I'll give you a link where you can do it on a different exchange. Because the thing about the crypto world right now is there's a lot of variation in risk, and everyone talks about owning your own keys and stuff, but in some ways those are really vulnerable to getting hacked, particularly because people don't know how to store it properly. So if all this is just kind of making you a little bit overwhelmed and confused, you can book a call with me. We can take some time and do things safely and get you all set up in crypto. And I don't mind telling you what I'm investing in and all that stuff as well. So that may be something you're interested in. So basically the game modes here are solo mode. This is really the only mode that's active now. You're either walking or running. Now it senses moonwalking, so it senses if you put this on a skateboard or something like that, and you're not moving organically. I haven't really run into that. I've been walking. Even if I change direction and go back in the same direction that I was walking, from, then it still stays with walking. And even though I've been walking in more of a country area, the GPS has been quite strong the whole time. Now, where I am living currently, the phone is not always strong in all areas of the house, but the internet is good. But I haven't had a problem with the GPS. So that's just my advice with that. So there's different types of sneakers. Each sneaker has a different attributes, and we'll get into that. And then the speed of movement also depends on how much you're going to make. You need to stay in the optimal range based on your sneakers, and we'll get into that. Now, mystery box, you can get a mystery box, and there is this strategy called the 125% method, where you wait until your energy is almost ready to run out, and then you walk for an extra energy, and apparently it increases the chance of getting a mystery box. I personally haven't gotten a mystery box yet. I've been doing this about 2 weeks, but I'm assuming I will eventually. And then the marathon mode is under development, so this is going to be interesting as well, but that's not activated. There's also background mode that's under development, and as long as your background app, it will track your stats and give you some income towards your GST cap, and it won't incur any energy. Now, for me, this seems like very inflationary, where they're going to be spending money for people not doing a lot of work and a lot of effort. There is another app that does track this, that's got this going. It's called Kucoin, and it's launching a cryptocurrency in the summer. Link below, and it's free to join, so you don't need to buy sneakers or anything to get started with Kucoin. So check out the link in the description, and you can just earn it while you're just muddling around the house even, if you want. So the sneakers, there's basically 4 criteria for the different sneakers, and you're going to need to buy them in the marketplace. So efficiency is a higher efficiency will get you more GST per energy spent. Okay, so this is where you'll see a lot of people attributing their level ups, and I'll explain level ups in a second. Luck is the other mode, so it increases the frequency of a mystery box drop. You can also sometimes get a pair of sneakers out of the mystery box, so that's interesting as well. Comfort, the comfort value is really for GMT earnings. So once your sneakers hit level 30, then it doesn't earn based on the GST and the efficiency, it earns based on comfort. So that's kind of something to think about as you plan out your end game for your sneakers. And then resilience is the decay rate of the durability. So what happens is you walk and you do need to repair your sneakers, and it is expensive to repair your sneakers. Now, it's not going to cost any money out of pocket, but I just showed you that I earned 22 GST for 1 day of walking. It might cost me in terms of repair, maybe about 5, 6, 7 of that to bring it to a full repair. So I don't repair it every time, but if you let it get below 50%, then it does affect your earnings. So here at about 50 out of 100 durability, the sneaker efficiency drops to 90%, which still isn't bad, but at 20 durability, it drops to 10%. So you definitely don't want to do that, because then you will not get anything. Okay. So this is kind of a burning mechanism to do that. So when you level up, you'll actually get points that you can apply to, for each level up, you get like about 4 points that you can apply to each of these different criteria. So you can put them all towards efficiency. You can put some towards this, some towards this, some towards this. You can just break it up however you want and improve those sneakers. So these are the different types of sneakers. So there's the walker, the jogger, the runner, and the trainer. And you'll see here that the base return at the optimal rate, what it is. So walkers is for someone that's walking. For me, I walk fast, and so I can actually walk in the jogger at an optimal rate. Okay. Now I do walk fast, so it kind of depends on where you're at with that. What I did was I downloaded a Nike walking app to kind of see how fast I was walking, because I figured that would be the case, and I could get in here, but I wasn't sure. If you're a slower walker, then you might want to choose this, but you have to be careful you don't walk too fast and you're kind of like peaking out of that optimal range. Runner is between 8 and 20. I don't run with this. I play soccer, and that's how I get my running in. And the trainer is the optimal speed of 1 to 20 kilometers an hour, so it doesn't matter. You can move at any pace that you want, which is cool. So if you, the other thing about this is, yeah, so you can use at whatever pace that you want. Okay. And so there is some randomness as well, just as you're walking, so it's not exactly the same. This will also affect the common, uncommon, rare. Obviously, it's going to be more expensive to do that. I believe I'm just using common sneakers and been quite happy. As you can see, making $90 a day with common sneakers is pretty cool. So I talked about leveling up. So you burn GST. So this is one way to keep the supply for GST, and you will attain between 4 and 12 additional attribute points that you can put onto your sneakers. So yeah, I'm a common sneaker, so I'm getting 4 attribute points. These other ones have more, so you can level up these numbers faster. Okay, and then there are certain milestones. When you level up your sneaker, it's going to be unavailable for a while, and it will cost some GMT, although I find it very low. Except for these milestones at 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30, there's kind of like a much more expensive unlock period. Level 5 unlocks 1 socket, and it also unlocks shoe minting. So at that point, you can mint 2 shoes together, which is kind of like where you mix them together and they have a baby and you create a new sneaker. Okay. Level 10 unlocks sneaker lease function, which is really interesting because you're going to be able to lease your sneakers to someone else and earn GST when they walk. So that's not out yet. It should be out in September of 2022. And as you can see, the reason I'm telling you this is because a lot of this stuff isn't here. And then the different sockets, you can kind of modify your shoes again with that. Okay, so interesting. I think this is new. STEPN works with top sneaker brands to release co-branded sneaker. I haven't seen what this is exactly, but let's just accept. Yeah, so ACS. I never know how to say that type of sneakers, but that is interesting. Cool. And they were talking about this, and I was wondering about that because this would be the perfect tie-in for these types of gamified things where it's not so much metaverse, it's kind of the opposite of metaverse. You're connected, but you're actually going out and doing things, right? And that was one of the big draws of Pokemon Go, if you can remember how popular that was. So there we go. Genesis sneakers on Solana, and then Genesis sneakers on BNB chain. So that's something to look into as well. So the gem types, they correspond with different gems. You can buy gems in the marketplace, or you can find them as you're walking around. And they are, here are the names of them and the number of gems to upgrade to the next level, and so on and so forth. And so it adds like a certain percent base attribute increase for that. There is this chance that they can fail, which just kind of brings this gamification in. Like you've bought this gem or you found this gem, you put it and it like doesn't fit, doesn't work. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the way things go. And then it does provide a place for again to fight against inflation. And that's also the thing with the invite codes and the reason that they're so hard to come by. I do know how to get some invite codes though. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, you can DM me and I can show you how to do that. So socket types and quality. So these are the socket types, and that's probably more of an advanced thing. You don't need that to get in. I talked about minting. This is where you breed a third shoebox, and most of cases, common and common, you're going to get a common. but this is the chart of how that works and what's the percentage of getting like a rare shoebox and things like that. So there's some variation. So even if you have a walker and a walker, you won't necessarily get a walker. You might get a jogger. It's just this kind of random thing. So you don't really know what's going to happen. So there is badges here. That's not really important. And game cap, yeah. So you start with 2 of 2 energy. So that's gonna give you about 10 minutes of walking time a day. After the energy, you can still walk, you just won't earn any GST from that. So it's capped, okay? And I'm not gonna go into that and try to pretend I understand, that kind of math. But basically, here's the interesting thing. So once you have 3 sneakers, you actually get 4 energy, okay? And so your move and earn time actually increases, so it doubles. And this is where I'm at right now. So I have 3 sneakers. So you can get that by actually having 2 sneakers and minting one together, or by buying 3 sneakers off the marketplace, and then you can move and earn. Now you only earn from one of them at a time. So technically the other ones don't need to be good unless you are planning on minting them. And also at 9 sneakers, then you have 45 minutes. So this kind of scales up, and you'll have to spend more time moving and earning, because if you've actually invested real money in these sneakers, you're going to want to make sure to max out your time. Okay. So higher quality sneakers get a little bit more. So if you own a rare sneaker, you'll get an extra 2 energy. So that's pretty interesting as well. Yeah. So 1 uncommon sneaker, 1 common sneaker is 3 total energy. Okay. So that's a big benefit of having a rare sneaker. All right. So these are these different badges in game that you can achieve. They do have an anti-cheating mechanism, so if you're jailbroken or whatever, it's not going to work. But I wouldn't really worry about that. There is a cooldown period when you transfer a sneaker. Not really a big deal that you're going to run into. There is a tax system in the marketplace. Just to fund the ecosystem and provide some burn mechanisms as well. And that's pretty much about it. Yeah. Oh, so here's about the activation code system. So you can earn 1 activation code for every 10 energy spent, and you can only hold 1 activation code until it's used. There are places where they announce where the activation codes are coming out, but sometimes that's a little bit difficult to achieve. All right. And then they are bringing out the rental system coming soon. So that's pretty interesting, because it will allow someone that doesn't have that Solana to go out and use your sneaker. What I don't know at this point is if there's, let's say you have 9 sneakers. If you rent one out, will you still have 8, or will it still count you as having 9? And so you get that additional energy. I don't know that yet, but there is a credit system. I'm not sure what this is, but I guess it's like a vetting mechanism, because one of the most frustrating things about crypto games is hiring scholars that aren't invested, because then they just ghost you and don't really follow through. And obviously, I think this is just a vetting system, because if you want to rent out your sneakers, you want to make sure that they're doing their work, their 10 minutes of walking, which is very easy to do consistently every day, so that you earn money. And that should be interesting. It looks like the owner gets 70% of that, so that should be very exciting as well. So here's the tokenomics. We talked about them, the green metaverse token and the green Satoshi token. I'm not going to talk about the supply and liquidity, but don't be surprised when you repair your shoes. You're gonna be like, oh, I made $90 today. Oh, I got to spend because I haven't repaired my shoes in a few days, and you got to spend a good chunk of that. So overall, I've been really happy with STEPN. It's something that I like. I like doing because it's setting a habit of going outside. And not only that, it's something that I think is really cool because it has a potential to influence people's actions and help them do something more productive. Get outside, go walking, start connecting with the neighborhood and all of that stuff. So I'm a big fan of it. I did put some links in the description that should be really important for you to check out as well, and also a link to Kucoin. So if you don't want to spend 11 solana, which is probably in the neighborhood of like $1,100 to $1,400 for a pair of shoes, then you can get started with that for free. And it's a similar thing. At least you can kind of get involved with the process. Anyhow, if you found this video helpful, if you learned something, let me know. I love knowing that I'm making an impact. Give it a like, give it a share, do anything to help that algorithm out so I can reach new people with my videos and my message. And hopefully I clarified a lot of this STEPN for you so you have a better idea if it's something that you want to get started in or not. And again, I'll put some links to some reputable exchanges if you want to get your own Solana. I'll also put a link where you can book a call with me if you want to talk about crypto, if you want to make sure that you just don't know anyone that you can trust that you can talk to. Book a call with me and let's talk some crypto. All right, that's all I got for you, baby. Well, take care. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.